Greetings, welcome to another video. Another day here in Telford, and again I've just got home from work and looking to have a straightforward dinner. Nothing fancy or anything, but as I said before in my previous video, just want something straightforward, basic, and yeah, well, it's that simple really. Just showing you what I'm going to be putting in together. Firstly, it's going to be Uncle Ben's savoury chicken microwave rice. 2 minutes of this in a microwave and job done. Dandy. And this time I'm going to have some Heinz baked beans. So yeah, Heinz baked beans but with Richmond pork sausages. So yeah, as I said before, I much prefer Branston baked beans, and I much prefer the Branston beans and sausages. But pick this up, and yeah, it looks good. It's going to be good. And in it, I'm going to be chucking in some Blue Dragon black bean stir fry sauce. So yeah, and got some garlic which I want to grate up and chuck in. That's what I'm doing today. Yeah, so it's going to be that simple at the moment, and with that in mind, let's get started. So yeah, like I said, these are what I'm going to be putting together for my dinner tonight. I'll be honest, the biggest reason why I've made this decision is because I just want to use up the baked beans and sausages. So yeah, it's the only tin of Heinz Beanz I've got, and it just seems like a good idea to use that up this evening. So yeah, with that in mind, let's carry on. So the first thing I'm going to get sorted is obviously put these into the saucepan. Now, on a side note, what we're looking at here is one of the reasons why usually I'm not a fan of Heinz, because looking at the quality of those sausages, they're not the best looking sausages in the world, let's be honest. The sausages you get with Branston beans, they look far better, they look a lot tastier, a lot more delicious. But the Heinz ones in front of me right now, yeah, not great. I mean, still nice, still probably nice. Still gonna eat up and enjoy the meal, but all the same, because of what I'm looking at, that's why I'm gonna be adding this. So yeah, all the more reason to chuck this into the mixture, to be honest. See, in it goes. Once that's mixed up, I'm sure that's going to look a lot more nice, a lot nicer. but we'll see how that pans out. And at this point we chuck in the garlic. Putting in 3 cloves, 3 bits of the stuff. So yeah, nice bit of stuff going on. Nice healthy dollop. Just scoop that in. And yeah, job done. On a side note, just want to point out that I'm glad I shaved since my last video. I think I look a lot nicer without a beard, without any kind of facial hair. I really do need to take better care of myself in that regard and shave more often, that's for sure. So yeah. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna pause recording, get something else done first, and let's have a look and go from there. Before I forget, best put this into the microwave. Alright, let's get that going and everything else sorted. Right, so that's the rice done and dusted. Let's crack on and make sure everything else is cooked up. Nice one. So that's what we're looking at. Now I've put the beans, sausages with the garlic and the Blue Dragon sauce on top. Does look better than what it did in the saucepan, let's be honest, but I think that's mostly because of the Blue Dragon sauce. The Blue Dragon sauce that I added has made this look a bit nicer, a little bit nicer than it did before I added the Blue Dragon sauce. But yeah, it smells nice. I like the smell of the garlic coming out of it. So yeah, gonna get myself sorted and to the dinner table, and we'll go from there. Nice one. This is gonna be a nice meal, to be honest. Yeah, it's not gonna be too bad. I'm looking forward to it. Now in the past, in previous videos, I have said that when I was younger, I hated baked beans. I never ate them because I just didn't like them. Obviously, I've since changed my mind and I've tried 2 or 3 different brands. Yeah, I've tried different brands like a Tesco's own brand. I've tried Branston baked beans, which, like I said, are my favourite, to be honest. Heinz, well, they're not my favourite baked beans by far, but I'll gladly eat them nowadays. They're not too bad. Although, like I said, the sausages in this little tin could probably do with looking more like tasty sausages, but we'll see how it goes on from here. Move that around a little bit maybe. Richmond sausages are usually pretty nice, and obviously this is one of them. See how it goes. Not bad, not bad. The fact that I used the Blue Dragon sauce and chucked in some garlic has obviously helped make it taste a lot nicer, to be honest. So I'll be honest, the sausages in these Richmond sausages are nicer than I was expecting. They just didn't look, they don't look fantastic, I'll be honest, they don't look fantastic, but they do taste nicer than I was expecting, especially because of the Blue Dragon sauce and the garlic. And the choice of rice, the savoury chicken rice I used, I think that was a good idea, a good mix in, so definitely going to add to making this a good meal. Nice one. Gone slightly better than I was expecting. On that note, I would say not too bad, pretty nice for a basic meal. On that note, I'm going to finish this video here. Thank you everyone for watching. I do apologise if this may not be one of my best videos, but it seemed like a good idea, and like I said earlier, I wanted to use up that tin of Heinz beans to begin with, and in so doing, it seemed like a good idea to mix it with his rice, the Blue Dragon sauce and a bit of garlic. When you put together like I've just done, in my opinion it's worked out okay. Nice little meal. Take care everyone, be safe. I hope you're all having a very good evening, and yeah, just take care of yourselves and each other as best you can. And I look forward to seeing you again soon in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.